Yeah, welcome to my YouTube classes, and we are continuing the amendment lecture series for Finance Act 2019 applicable for November 2020 examinations and May 21 and November 21 and subsequent attempts as well. Today's lecture will be on income from house property topic. An amendment happened in Finance Act 2019, which was a demand of the public. Please understand what happened in house property. I hope you know in house property two parties are involved, owner and tenant, and you visualize owner owns a flat, gave to tenant on rental basis and deriving rental income. That is what the scenario of house property generally covers. Now let us first understand the basic scenario, then I'll cover the amendment part. Please understand, you are the owner of a property, owner of a flat. You own one house property. You own one house property which you are using for your stay with family. Am I clear? You own one flat and you are staying in the flat with your family. That property in income tax is called SOHP. That is called self occupied house property. That property is called SOHP, self occupied house property. Self बोलते हो ऐसे occupy, he is staying in the property with the family or alone or with someone else, जो भी है. Now, did he give on rent basis? No. Will he generate an income from the property? No. So government clarified, we will take NAV as nil. We will take net annual value as nil. Will take net annual value as nil because you're not generating any rental income from the property. We will start the pro forma of house property from NAV, not GAV. NAV less deduction under section 24, not from GAV. NAV se we start. Now second one, you own one house property, a flat. You gave it on rent basis to a company or to anyone, जो भी है. You own one flat, you give it on rental basis. That property is called let out house property. Let out house property, short form is LOHP. Short form is LOHP. Are you getting rental income? Yes. Then we will do the calculation from GAV. You have to calculate GAV of the property as per the steps. You must be aware. Municipal value or fair market value which is higher. Step 2 will be step 1 or standard rent which is lower, expected rent. Then steps is ARR. Then we compare step 2 and step 3 and take the analysis. Next, I own two house properties. One house property in Goa and one more house property in Hyderabad. One property in Goa, one property in Hyderabad. This Goa property I am staying with my family. Hyderabad property I gave it on rental basis. Then government clarified, this dabba you write here. This dabba you write here. Two properties I own. One is I am staying in that flat. One is given on rent. Which is staying is called self-occupied. Which is given on rent is called let out. And calculate GAV for self-occupied. You're not generating an income. NAV becomes 0. Next, fourth case. This is the amendment. What happened? This double star mark. Be very careful with this. You own two house properties. One house property in Goa, one house property in Hyderabad. This you are staying with family for 6 months. This also you are staying with family for 6 months. So don't use your double standard meaning and all. Family remains the same. I'm not telling you have two wives here. The family decided 6 months will stay in Hyderabad, 6 months will stay in Goa. Two properties, both are self-occupied. 6 months I'm staying here, 6 months I'm staying there. Before the rule was, if there are two properties and both are self-occupied, only one can be treated as self-occupied, other will be called deemed to be let out property. But as per amendment in Finance Act 2019, they have clarified, if you have two house properties, both are self-occupied, 6 months here, 6 months there, 3 months here, 9 months there, we will treat both as self-occupied, and you can take NAV as 0 for both the properties. You can take NAV as 0 for both the properties. This I will dictate. This I will dictate something. This I will cover in the next page. This I will cover, but यहाँ तक पहले copy करो. Then I will start dictating this. Start please. Please start. अच्छे से कॉपी करो सब. प्लीज स्टार्ट कॉपी. चेक चेक. प्लीज अच्छे से कॉपी करो. चलो नोट डाउन now. Own two house properties, one staying with the family, another family is going to Hyderabad, again staying for 6 months. Now right here. Here. यहाँ लिखो. As per amendment in Finance Act 2019. As per amendment in Finance Act 2019. SSC can claim two properties. SSC can claim two properties as self-occupied house property. SSC can claim two properties as self-occupied house properties, and their NAV will be taken as nil. and their NAV will be taken as nil. Their NAV will be taken as nil. Full stop. It has also been clarified. It has also been clarified that the interest on borrowed capital for both the self-occupied house properties, interest on borrowed capital for both the self-occupied house properties cannot exceed 2 lakhs. Cannot exceed 2 lakhs. Now उसका मतलब क्या है, which I want you to copy. Listen now. Hyderabad property, Goa property. What is 0? NAV is 0 for both the properties as per the amendment. Before you can treat only one. Both are SOHP, self-occupied. 6 months here, 6 months here. Then you will get 24A deduction, 30% of NAV. NAV is 0, this also 0. 24B, assuming there is interest. This is interest of 1,50,000. This is interest of 1,30,000. Assume कर रहा हूँ मैं सर. Total, don't cry. Total 0, 0. 1,50,000 plus 1,30,000 gives you 2,80,000, but 2,80,000. Okay, this will be called loss from house property. But government clarified the total cannot exceed 2 lakhs. So even the total is 2 lakhs, 2.8, I will take 2 lakhs only, and the loss also will be 2 lakhs, restricted to 2 lakhs. Loss will be restricted to 2 lakhs. How to calculate interest on borrowed capital will be covered in 24B of the Income Tax Act. Okay, which we will do. Copy karo example. ठीक है. Now listen, one more is pending. Fifth tree here. This I am covering the next page. Be careful. I am covering down. Okay. You own 3 house properties. You own 3 house properties. चुपचाप सुनते जाओ. You own 3 house properties. 1 house property in Goa, 1 house property in Hyderabad, and 1 house property in Chennai. This I am staying with family for 4 months. This also I am staying with my family 4 months. This also I am staying with my family 4 months. So government clarified, if you own 3 properties and all 3 are self-occupied, you're shifting, you want to shift 4 months each just for fun purpose, you can treat only 2 properties as self-occupied. The third property which you decide, we are not about that, you will decide, will be called deemed to be let out property. Even though not let out, we will assume it to be let out property. We'll assume it to be let out property. If you own 3 properties and you are claiming all 3 are self-occupied, you can, as per the act, you can claim only two as self-occupied, and third will be called treated as deemed to be let out property. Copy this. Please copy this. All right. As per Income Tax Act, as per Income Tax Act, only two properties can be treated as per Income Tax Act, only two properties can be treated as self-occupied property. Only two properties can be treated as self-occupied property. At the option of SEC. But the SEC can decide which two out of these three, any two that SEC can decide. At the option of SEC. Full stop. However, the third property will be treated as deemed to be let out property. Deemed to be let out property. Deemed to be let out property. Deemed to be let out. Although even though not let out, we'll treat it to be a let out property. Now, so for your confirmation, please understand now. So, property are of three types under Income Tax Act. One is self-occupied property, one is let out property, one is DLOHP, deemed to be let out property. What to do for these properties? For self-occupied, we will take NAV as 0. Both our pro forma will directly start from NAV. For let out, we will calculate gross annual value. For deemed to be let out also, we'll calculate GAV even though it is not let out. But 99% cases mein your GAV is expected rent only, because there will not be ARR for deemed to be let out property. Then municipal taxes paid. I paid municipal taxes for a self-occupied house property. We will ignore. Why we will ignore? Because our pro forma starts with NAV directly. Pro forma is GAV minus municipal taxes NAV. NAV is only 0. So municipal taxes paid for self-occupied property will be ignored. Let out, we will consider. Deemed to be let out also we will consider. So, copy this. Then one more amendment that will be completing the amendments under House Property in Finance Act 2019 also. Alright, note point. As per amendment, please note down. Last second amendment in house property. Note down. Just for a clarification, nothing great amendment that is. As per amendment, comma, it has been clarified that As per amendment, it has been clarified that if the property is held as stock in trade by real estate companies, by real estate SSEs, if a property, पहले लिख लो then I'll explain. If a property is held as stock in trade by real estate SSEs, which are vacant, properties which are held as stock in trade by real estate SSEs and which are vacant, comma, their NAV will be taken as nil. Their NAV will be taken as nil. Their NAV will be taken as nil up to 2 years. Up to 2 years from the end of the financial year, their NAV will be taken as nil up to 2 years from the end of the financial year in which certificate of completion is obtained. In which certificate of completion is obtained. Okay, अब उसका लॉजिक समझो सर. राइट दिस एग्जाम्पल. लिसन नाउ. I am a DLF company. In year 6, I constructed 40 flats, out of which I sold 38, unsold 2. This unsold is my stock in trade. This will be shown under the asset side of the balance sheet. Asset side of the balance sheet. Now government clarifies. Government says, government want DLF to sell those flats, to sell 2 flats, or give those 2 flats on rent. Either do any one of these 2 on rent. Either try to sell, try karo to sell, or give it on rent. Means generate income. Generate income, for which government will give you 2 years time. Year 7, it was unsold and it was vacant also. We will take the NAV as 0 for both the flats. Year 8, again it was unsold plus vacant also. Then also we will take NAV as 0. Year 9, again unsold and still it is vacant. We will treat those 2 flats as deemed to be let out property. Even though vacant, treated as deemed to be let out, it is as equivalent as it is let out, and we will calculate the pro forma, and you have to pay tax on notional income even though not actually earned, not received. Government is giving you 2 years time. Either sell, get income, pay tax on that. Either give it on rent, get income, pay tax on that. You are doing nonsense. Then from year, after the completion of year 2 years, next year onwards, we'll treat that as deemed to be let out property, and you have to pay tax on it, on the flat, as it is equivalent as if the property is given on rent basis, and your GAV will be the expected rent and the pro forma will follow. Read what you wrote and copy this example. Read what you wrote and then copy this example. Year 7 unsold vacant, NAV 0. Year 8 unsold vacant, NAV 0. Year 9 unsold vacant. We'll treat those 2 flats as deemed to be let out property. Two flats as deemed to be let out property, and your GAV will be expected rent, and your pro forma will follow, and you have to pay tax on notional income. Please copy this properly. Fine. This completes the amendment with respect to income from house property.